Hi, y'all. This is Mrs. Charlie Black back with another Disney Dreamlight Valley stream. I know I've been MIA for the past 2 days. Kind of had some things going on, personal stuff, but we are back streaming, and today we have to get the DreamSnap done. That is a must. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had an original idea initially, and unfortunately, that had to get scrapped because I needed Aurora for the original DreamSnap idea I had. And here we are with no Aurora, and I haven't streamed in 2 days. So we are going to pivot and go back to my original idea that I didn't even get to tell you guys. I wanted to do a sleepover kind of girls' day almost. Not really a sleepover, but it was something that I used to do with my little sister and some of my friends when we would just be in the room having a good time, listening to the Backstreet Boys, because that's who we enjoyed listening to at the time. So we're gonna make a bedroom that's kind of similar and an homage to our Y2K millennial compadres. If you're new here or you're returning, my name is Mrs. Charlie Black. I stream everything cozy, different types of cozy games, simulation games, and games that aren't really cozy but have cozy elements to them. So we try to make them cozy. If this is your lane, definitely make sure to follow me and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Let's get into this. Okay, so last I left off, I was trying to see if I could go ahead and get part, let's see, part 1 of Storybook Vale done. And here we are 2 days later, and I didn't get to go back into the game. I did, however, get a bunch of coins. So that is something we don't have to worry about and do on stream. So what I'm going to do is show you guys, I have over 2 million coins. I already shopped at my main Scrooge shop, so now we're gonna go to the other 2 Scrooge shops and just see what we can get. And today I am dressed in similarity because I also wanted to try to do the Spice Girls, but I didn't have the time to figure out certain things. So I'm just gonna dress as Scary Spice today. That's who this is supposed to be. She was my favorite Spice Girl because I also listened to the Spice Girls when I was younger. So that's who we're going to be dressed up as today during the stream, and then probably change back to me but with some space buns because I had this wild, crazy, curly hair, and I wanted to be like a little bit, I guess you could say, like Mel B. So let's go ahead and travel to Eternity Isle, and let's hit Scrooge's shop and see what's available in there. And we need as many items as we can get. I didn't do very much of the star path, so unfortunately that is not to my benefit, and that would have probably been very helpful for this DreamSnap, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Nothing big, nothing crazy, nothing we can't handle. We can figure this out. So this is, let's see, we could definitely get a bronze. I don't know how y'all pronounce it, but I call it radiator. Some people call it something different. Let's see. We can get these rectangular glasses. I'm just gonna buy the shop out, honestly. Yes, we can get this yellow top hat. We have these headphones from, it looks like Monsters Inc. And then we have these shoes. Now, I really used to wear, we used to wear Skechers and stuff like that, so I want to see if I can find some sneakers that are kind of like Skechers a little bit, and that will be what I will put on my character when we're going to take pictures. We're going to have a good time. And instead of having regular people, because we really don't have that here, I love all the pink stuff. Thank you, Scroogey. I really needed it. We're gonna just have some of the princesses and some characters step in as my friends, pretty much, and my little sister. So that's what's gonna happen. So I'll probably have Princess Jasmine step in for my little sister. She knows why. And some of my other friends, and it'll be probably the Little Mermaid. Oh no, I can't do Little Mermaid because I don't have her yet. Yeah, because she's like level 5 or something. Because there's nothing I can do with her. She just, you know, swims everywhere, so it doesn't really help me very much. Let's see. I don't need any of this. But we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna figure it out. I wish they had bunk beds because when we were younger, we used to sleep in bunk beds and that was a good time. But I don't think there's any bunk beds in the game, unfortunately. So we're gonna just try and get as many items as we can get. New stuff and stuff that might help with this DreamSnap. We're gonna set it up together and then we're gonna take the pictures and have a good time. So I might switch, because right now I'm using my controller just to make it easier so y'all can hear me. So the mic is a lot closer to my face than what it typically is. So once I start designing, I'm going to need my mouse. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm gonna need my mouse. So we'll go back and forth and make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, we're grabbing a lot of stuff. I am very grateful for Scourgy. He had a whole bunch of things I needed. So that's really nice. I appreciate that. So we definitely need some dressers, we need some beds, we need some posters. There's a lot of things we're gonna need for this. I wish I could have done the Backstreet Boys. That would have been so fun to do, but I don't know how to make mannequins. Yeah, I have to figure out how to do that. I don't know how. And I don't want to take up a whole bunch of time trying to figure it out because we're on a time crunch. We definitely are. And there's an amplifier there. Perfect. See, sometimes Screws just know the way to a girl's heart. Okay, let's grab these. Oh, these are so cool. And they're definite. I'm so mad I can't do Spice Girls because I totally would have did this for Spice Girls. That's okay. Okay, so we have, that's cool. It's like little book pages. That's super fun. We have these professional shoes. This looks like South Park. It reminds me of Stan from South Park. That's kind of funny. Okay, we have that. We have this coat. It's a hoodie. It looks like a coat. We have this little skirt. I think it's a Wreck-It Ralph. It's a tapestry skirt. Okay. Not solely trying to scare people. That's funny. Okay, so we have this shirt. I actually have a shirt like that. That's kind of funny. Okay, we have that. We have this. Sully, I'm all ears if it helps me with my DreamSnaps, bud. Okay, so we have this phone here. I think I have that. I have all these items here. I have this. Oh, yay! This is perfect! We're gonna add these on, too. It's gonna be a good time. Okay. This is from Mulan. I have this. I have this already. And it's just, we're just gonna have fun. Like I said, it's gonna be an homage to Y2K and millennials and the early 2000s. Because it was such a good time. It was a blast to grow up in that time frame. We had such great music, great fashion, great trends. Everything was really good about it. Yes, I need a dresser. Of course, Encanto showing up. Love that. Love that. Okay, I think that's all of them. I don't think I have any more. Oh no, I have one more. I have one more Scrooge shop. I forgot. I have Wish Blossom. Totally spaced on Wish Blossom. So we have one more Scrooge shop to check. And then we can get started. Do we get a Scrooge shop for Honeyglow Woods? I'll have to look that up and see. Because I don't remember seeing anything where we would get Honeyglow Woods. I mean, sorry, a Scrooge shop for Honey Glowwoods. Okay, here's the other Scrooge shop. Yeah, I was so confused with the DreamSnap. I was going all over the place trying to figure out what did I want to do. At first, I wanted to do Princess Diaries. And I was super excited about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do Princess Diaries. It's going to be so much fun. And then I had to get Aurora, and I was like, oh, maybe I can't do Princess Diaries. So then had my, you know, little emergency situation going on. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely not going to be able to get Aurora now, which is fine. Things happen, right? And then I was like, okay, well, what can I do instead? Then I wanted to do Sandy from Greece. Sandy and Danny Zuko. I wanted Sandy, what was her name? Sandra D. I don't remember her last name. And I wanted to do Danny Zuko from Greece. But then I realized that that is not a Y2K thing. That was actually released in 1978. So it's like, oh, well, seems I can't do that now. So then I was like, okay, scrap that. Let's move on to the next thing that I can do. So then I was like, oh, I could totally do the Spice Girls. And it was so exciting. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the Spice Girls. And the hair that I'm wearing now it was the first thing available in the Scrooge shop. So I was super excited about it. I was like, yes, I'm going to do Mel B. Exactly what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, great. And then I realized I didn't know how to make mannequins. So I was like, oh, joy. I don't know how to do this. So I don't know what to do now. So then I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. What else can I do? And then I was like, oh, you know, it'd be so great if I did Selena, because nobody else is doing Selena. And then I realized Selena is not necessarily a Y2K because unfortunately she passed before Y2K happened. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do instead? And originally what I wanted to do was me in my room when I was a teenager, listening to music, dancing around, having a good old time with my friends and my little sister, listening to the Backstreet Boys, watching TRL, seeing who won the top, you know, first place on TRL for the week and, well, for the day, and to get the bragging rights and all that. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna do that. I think that is perfect. I think that if it ain't broke, you don't fix it, you know? So we're gonna do that instead. All right, I got a bunch of things that I think was kind of helpful. I wish I had more items, but who knows? I have a bunch of items. I'm definitely going to use this chair. So we're going to go back to my house in the valley. And I have a place for this. It's going to be so fun. Let's see. But yeah, I was like, let me just do something that I'm already familiar with. I already know what it's like to live in... Yes, Scrooge, thank you. I already know what it's like to live in that time, so I was like, let's just do what we do best. And that was having a fun time. Listening to music, being on the computer, listening to the old sound for the computer. It was always a good time. And this is my hallway. And this is the room. Okay, this is the room we're going to be working on. And it is nice and pinky. This is what we'll be working with today. So we're going to put up posters. We're going to put up paintings. We're going to decorate the room all the way around. That's the idea. That's the hope. We'll probably have like a chandelier or two, maybe some light sourcing. It is going to be kind of extensive today. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. All right, let's get started with some furniture items. I think we should start with the bed. Oh, they do have a bunk bed. Oh my gosh, but it's not the right, no, it's not the right type of bunk bed. But it's nice to know that they do have a bunk bed. If they had a different one, I totally would have used that. So the one thing that I can look for, I had a bed that was kind of like this growing up. It had like these tapestry type things on it. So I might use that, or I could use this one. I think this one is perfect. I'm not gonna have it like close by or in the center. That's what I meant. I'm gonna put one here. And then what I'm going to do, what's this one like? No, I think I'll do a repeat of that bed because my sister was also, we shared a bedroom. So I think I'm gonna also have the same bed for her. I wish they had the same bed in a different color because she was really into purple. But what I could do is this one, actually, now that I think about it. So I could do this one and it would be like tangled because she really likes tangled. So we can do that. I might, wondering if I should change the bed. Like, does it look weird that one has a, no, it's okay. Because this was Y2K and we did what we wanted. So we have that. I'm going to save that. And now let's look for rugs that would work. Well, they have this leaf pile rug. That would definitely not work. Let's see. We had this. This is super pretty. This is real nice. The shell ornate rug. I love that. There's an octopus carpet. I don't know why. I don't think that would work. We have this purple one. I wish it was bigger though. Let's see what else. We have this round straw. That's what I was going to do. So in the item shop, and I don't know if I can get it. Come on, let's go to the item shop. In the item shop, there was this, hold on, I'm trying to get there. I think it was in here. Yes, so Isabella's garden room. I think this is gorgeous. And I wanted it for the bedroom. Like, I wanted it for this. So I think I'm gonna buy it. Oh, there goes my moonstones, y'all. I'm gonna have to buy some moonstones. And we're gonna include some of these items in the room. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna try it. Okay. And see, this is why I want, this is exactly why I wanted it, because this is humongous. Let's see if we can move down a bit. And I'm gonna center it. This is gonna be so much fun. And we're gonna have little, I'm gonna bring both of the chairs out. Let's see, we can do the four corners. I think that's gonna be fun to have them in the four corners like that. This is an outdoor only thing, okay. And then you have the table, but I don't think we're gonna need the table right now. So right now, this is what we're working with. I don't know if I want to have them in the four corners, now that I think about it. Let's see where else I can put them. Can they only go into the corner? Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, let me think here. Let me think. So I can't put it by the bed. It doesn't like it for whatever reason. Let's just leave it in the corner and then we can come back to it afterwards. But yeah, essentially we had bunk beds. So we shared, my sister slept on the top, I slept on the bottom. But initially before we got our bunk beds, we had two separate beds and they were kind of like almost conjoined like this. And it was one of those click-in beds. That's what it was. So it was a good time. All right, so we have this going on. Here's what we got. And let's see what other items we could add. So we have some decor items. Like we have this flowers. We need dressers. So let's go to storage. So like a vintage dresser like this would be perfect. So we're gonna put a vintage dresser. I don't think we didn't have something like this, but we did have something tall like that. We had something like this and it was kind of tallish. So we're gonna add that in. I'm just trying to see what else we got here. The fabric shelf is cute. I like that. Let's look at things that went on the wall though, because we only had the two, I believe. If I could make like walls and stuff in the game, it would make things so much better. Let's see. These items go on the wall. So we could do this, because my sister used to have these posters right above. It was, I think, right above or next to her bed or something. So we're going to do that. We can do the posters because I was obsessed with putting posters on the wall. Let's do a wall socket because that makes sense. Actually, we should do one wherever the radio is going to be. I think that's a fun element. My sister was really into dolphins, so we're going to add some ocean stuff. Let's put a window somewhere. Oh, I didn't know you can add an aquarium. That's cool. Let's see. What else do we have? What else? We had a window that was like by our bed, from what I remember. Let's see. What do we have? We can add a poster. We had a lot of posters. Ooh, look how pretty. That's from Frozen. That's funny. We did not have a fireplace, but we could add right in between a nice window. So let's just put the window here for now. And let's move the posters over here. And we'll put the window. Yeah, I can't put the window there. Let's move. Actually, I don't want to move the posters. I mean, the. Gosh, I can't talk today. Let's just put the posters back where they were. We can leave the window there. I think that's nice. Okay. Let's go back to wall. Let's see what they got here. Okay. Oh, how nice. No, we're not gonna add that though. Okay, we can add a poster. So like I said, we had a lot of posters on the wall. We can do these because they're like pictures, like picture frame. We had a lot of different things on our wall. Yeah, let's do a painting arrangement because it looks like the same thing. We didn't have a cork board, but I guarantee that if we did, it would have been right by our door. Right there. It would be nice to have this, but it's not going to fit over the window. Let's see. We can put some drawings. I think right above the cork board would be cool. See, this is what I'm saying. I need my mouse for certain things. There we go. Okay. We have portraits. So we can add some portraits there. Let's see. We weren't really big into crafting. I don't remember if we had a mirror. We might have. I don't remember, but it doesn't fit there. I don't like the way it looks. If anything, I should do this window, but it's okay. We're gonna continue. We can do an abstract sign because we totally would have had that if we had the option to do it. Let's put some more drawings. My sister was constantly drawing different things, so that would make sense to have that there. We had plushies, and they were always in the corner of our room. And that was always fun. We never had a clock. That I can say for sure. We did not have a clock. We did have an area for books. Let's see if I can get this to fit in here. Come on. All right, so we have that. Let's move that there. Let's see, there we go. That probably will work a lot better. Okay. So we had that. We had books. This is a Mickey photo frame. More posters, because why not? We had a bunch of posters, so that's gonna fit perfectly right there anyway. We can do some island drawings. Right by my sister's side. Let's see. We got a fruits poster. Where is that gonna fit? Oh, it'll fit here. We'll put that there then. Okay. And this is pretty much what it was. It was kind of like everything is everything. And that's what we're adding in. Okay, so now that we have that, let's do some lighting. And we definitely, there was this lamp. I just bought it and it would fit perfect in here. Where is it? It was something like this. It definitely would have fit perfectly in here. I wish this was The Sims because I would totally layer this one on top of another. I would have done it. I swore I just bought a standing light. Let's do the tangled light. Right there. I think we can do 2 of them. Because why not, right? Why not? Oops, no. I wanted... It wasn't this lighting. There was a pink one that I just got. I just literally bought the pink one. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize I had this. That's cool. Let me see. Would we have done these? I don't know. I don't think we would have. Maybe we would have. I don't know. Where is the lamp? Where's the light? It was a standing lamp that I bought. Interesting. It's gotta be here somewhere. We would have, I don't know if we would have played air hockey necessarily, but we can definitely add it because if we had it as an option, we probably would have taken it. We definitely had one of these old school radiators by our wall, by our window. It was actually not by our window, it was by like over here. So let's see, I'm gonna use the group tool and we are going to save the preset and I'm just gonna call it 1, 2, I guess, 3. And we're just gonna take that and we're gonna put a second one so that way it elongates. And we're gonna do a quick save. All right, and then we're gonna hit escape and escape out. And what we'll do is I'm gonna interact and I'm gonna buy another one. So this is where we're at so far, which I think is really good. This wall is kind of empty, so I need to figure what to put there. And this one is also kind of empty. Maybe we could move the chairs. I think I can move the chairs. Actually, this can go in the corner. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this and angle it. And that's gonna go right there. Because we had a dresser that was kind of like that. It was in the corner. And let's just put our little chairs right here. right there, I think is fun. And we can take that little coffee table thing that I just got wherever it went. See, I would have sworn that I did buy a standing lamp, but I guess I didn't. It's making me feel like I'm crazy. We can add a rose painting here. We can definitely add a gamer desk. We'll probably put that right here because we did have a computer. So let's put this here instead. Right? And we're gonna do, let's search for computer. Hopefully I have one. If I don't, I'm gonna be upset. I have a computer. No. Okay, so we'll just put the Monsters Inc. one there because it looks kind of old school anyway. And then we'll put gaming. And let's see what we come up with. I don't have anything. Let's do chair, I guess. I thought I had a gaming chair. Well, if I don't find one here, that's fine. We can just kind of, we can use the scallop chair because we used to do things like that. We would, oh, see, I do have a gamer chair. And we're gonna just drop that baby right there. Okay, and we're going to also have the scallop chair. We'll put it right here. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if I like that there. We could put it here. Hi there, how are you? Cat's going woof and varying release WMD. How are you today? I'm just decorating for my DreamSnap. Happy Saturday! So I'm trying to do my DreamSnap. I was having such a hard time coming up with, well, actually coming up with the concept is really easy, but executing it when you don't have everything, very difficult, extremely difficult. So instead of trying to do a character like everybody else did, I'm doing an homage to what it was to be a teenage girl in Y2K millennial. Oh, that's so good. That's so cool. What's your favorite animal? Okay, so we got all the chairs. Let's do another. Should I do another one of these? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. So this is where I'm at so far. I have a bunch of posters, a lot of posters up, and things hanging on the walls. These two walls are kind of blankish. Oh, you were on a night with your girlfriend, a late night walk with your girlfriend, and a massive skunk. Oh my gosh, I would have ran. I'm kind of nervous around skunks, I have to be honest, but I love that you're so excited for that. I think I'm gonna take this dresser and put it maybe here instead. Yeah, because it makes sense. We'll move these posters around. Let's put them here and then put the bookshelf up because it looks like it belongs here. I think that works there. Okay. So that's gonna work right there. And we'll move this one here. That looks better to me. You weren't expecting the smell, and then the smell started wafting over. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I get so nervous around skunks. We had one in our backyard, and I was like, no, there's no way there is a skunk here. I need this to go away. But that's so fun. One thing that my sister used to love to do She used to love having balloons. She's scared of them now, but she used to love having them when she was younger, and she would tie them to her bed, and it was hilarious. Let's see. We didn't have a phone in our room, but we did have books. I can't put the books on top of the dresser. Okay, can I put them on top of the computer desk? I can, hopefully. It won't let me. There. The skunk saw your backyard and was like, this is a great spot. I'm gonna make this my home. Yeah, I promise you it didn't, because my dog saw it and was like, we need to get out of here, and it ran into the bushes. So my dog was barking at it and it was not happy and just decided to leave, which is better for me. I don't want the skunk around me. I'm okay. I'm good. Let's see. What else? Definitely plushies. My sister was obsessed with plushies. So I wish I could put it on the bed, because she would have had so many of these. See, all these balloons like this. This definitely would have been her with the balloons. My girlfriend was dying laughing. She was like, hey, get closer to it. Go live your Pepe Le Pew dream. That's hilarious. Pepe Le Pew was awesome. I can't believe I can't put the frog on top of the dresser. That's so weird. So we're gonna add that there too. Let's see, what else can we have? Probably one of these tent things, because ironically, we had a Beauty and the Beast tent growing up. And we used to play in there all the time. When I say all the time, I mean all the time. We were always in there playing. That's so fun though. Let's see, what else can I add in here? It smells so funky. It gives me like strong garlic gasoline smell vibes. It's so musky. It really is. It is not a pleasant smell at all. We did have a fish too, I think, as kids. I can't add it here? Ew. I'm just adding all the things, y'all. As many things as I can fit is what I'm gonna add in here. Yeah, let's add that there. Make it fun. Why not, right? How big is this Mickey? Yeah, we can add a Mickey element in there. We didn't do Halloween growing up, but that's okay. We probably would have had like actually, I should put the divider instead of the dresser being there. So let's put the dresser underneath the plushies, because I can't do anything with it anyway. Let's move the outlet out of the way. I made a mistake because I didn't realize I was just standing there marinating in the smell. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that must have been terrible. Okay, let's drop that there. Move this over. And we would have likely had a divider between us. Yep. That sounds about right. Not too divided though, because we did need to peek in on each other every once in a while, which was hilarious. Okay, let's do that quick save. I felt dizzy and I was laughing. I felt all loopy and silly. I cannot imagine what it's like to actually bask in that. So I'm gonna have to take your word for it, because it sounds like a glorious experience that I do not want to know. I definitely do not want to know what that's like. Let's add a mini one since we have Mickey. Let's see what else we have. I should have put that other chair. That's what I should have done, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. We wouldn't have had a map in our room. That I know for sure. These curtains are everything. Well, we won't do that. Let's see. Wait, I'm cackling like a hyena laughing. You don't want to know what it was like. I promise you, I do not. You're right. I do not want to know what that was like at all. We're gonna do some Winnie the Pooh elements because I was really big on Winnie the Pooh. So we're gonna add that. I don't know about the floor. We could definitely do a wicker basket in front. We would have had something like that, likely. I wish I could put things on top of the dresser. I don't understand why I can't do that. It just won't let me. But I could put that here. Sure, whatever. That'll go there then. What I need are lights. I need some lights in here. See, I want to put pictures on top of the dresser and I can't do that. That's so weird. Okay. What else would we have had? We need a speaker. We're gonna put some books in certain areas too. Because I would have had some books by me. Come on. Oh my gosh. I just had the book, thank you. So we would have had books around. But that is hilarious. I can't believe you experienced that. Skunks don't play. You can add these in here. Oh, we are totally adding these last. I want to make sure I fill up as many things as I can in here. And then we will go back and do the Bayou Fireflies. Would we have... I don't even think they'll let us layer rugs. So I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Oh, I love the vines. I have to add the vines. Let's add the vines. Okay, so we have this. What does this look like? I don't know if we would have had something like this. Was the walk nice other than having to deal with the smell from the skunk? Can I add this? No, it's not letting me. Oh, we can add it there. And I guess I'll add it over here too. This is a lagoon mirror. No, we're not gonna add that. Oop. Sorry about that. I wish I can add, like, I want to put it on top, but it won't let me. We'll just add one there. Okay, what else do we have? What else? Let's do a book pile. We can put a book pile there, here. Because we would have had a bunch of books. That I know for sure. We had so many books just all over the place. Okay, the rest are outdoor decor items. But this is where we're at so far. Let me save it. And let's see what it looks like from this vantage point. I think it looks super cute. I really like it a lot. I think it's so cute. I think we can add some more things towards the middle though. I don't know what else I should add. Ooh, sorry, I keep hitting my mic. Sorry about that. Let's try and do... I want to be able to see this. No, that one is too many. Yeah. And then we can do a chair here, maybe, and then grab the other chair. Seating. Let's grab the other coral chair. Because I know there was another one. A shell chair or something. There it goes. It's a scallop tulip. So we'll add that. Okay. So we have that. Let's try some electronics. We would not have had a telephone or in credit film. That would not be a thing that we would have had. We definitely would have had a TV, but it would have been kind of like a vintage TV. So we're going to add that here, right by the outlet. Let's see what else. We would have had a sound system. That definitely would be right here. Okay, we're gonna do it big, like that. That is 100% fact. We would have had that. And we would have had a video game system. So we're gonna add Sugar Rush somewhere in here. Yeah, I know it looks like a lot of things, but this is what it was to be a millennial. We had so many things. Let me move the book item around so you can see it better. Shift some of these things over. Yeah, see that? And then we can bring this in. Let me move the book. Yeah, let's put the book over here. So it looks like it's still actively being read. So we'll do that. And we will add the speaker right in the middle. Because that is something we would have actively been doing. We would have been sitting there singing. Okay, and the last thing that we're going to add probably, because I don't think there's anything else that I want to add in here. I think we did a really good job. Let's take a look and see what else we got in here. We would have had an easel, actually. So let's just try and sneak that in there too. It's a lot of elements, I've noticed. Let's see. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. The only other thing that I could think of is we're gonna need some lighting in here. Because it's gonna be dark. So we could add some of these items like that in there. And let's add the bayou flies. The fireflies. Yeah, let's add the bayou flies. See where we can stick them. Okay. We're gonna put them in as many places as we can get them. As many places as I can get them is where I'm gonna put them. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I can do any more. Let's save it and see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now I have to think about where I want it. I think I'm gonna do the picture here, maybe. Or I could do it here. I think here is super fun. Do the best that I can with this. Because it's hard. There's a lot of things in here. It's really hard to do this. So let's see what it would look like if I took a picture. Okay. So I could do this. Well, what I could do is I have to get my character. I'm gonna have to do this with my mouse. I have to get my character to be front and center. But we could do this. So I'm gonna have to move the speaker down further. So let's do that. Let's move the speaker down further. Which means we can move that rug down further. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. So that way it looks like... Ugh, now I gotta try and zoom in to get this sound system. There we go. And we're gonna just move it as close as possible. There we go. I'm trying to think what else I can do. I think that's fine. Let's save it. And then put myself here. This is my little character that's gonna be singing. And this would be the picture. And it'd be from probably this corner if I could get it in there. It's very difficult to do it with a controller. So y'all that have controllers, I am so sorry. But yeah, I think this is really pretty much it for me. Because I could come in closer like that. And I can do a pose. Which is so fun. Oh my gosh, how cute. And have all of us just hanging out and having a good time. The only thing is the lighting. That is literally the only thing. I could do a different time of day. Maybe that'll help. Let's do the focus. Let's try the contrast. Try raising the brightness up. We can do character lighting. There we go. And we can light me up like that. I think that's a good idea. Now the only thing that's left is adding in certain characters. That is the only thing. Now in order to do that, let me figure out, how do I get my characters in here? I have no idea. How do I get them in here? Can I just do... This is why I don't do... Oh. I didn't even know I had things to do. Oh, there's people in here. Cool, fun. Okay, back to what I was saying. How do I get the people in here? Do I have to use an element to get them in here? Like a photo booth or something? I think that's what I have to do. It's I think like the campfire, but I think it's random. So I think it's like Coco's stage. Let's try Coco. Yeah. Oh, this is an outdoor only item, okay. Well, how do I get them inside? I made all this for it to not work. I'm gonna be upset if that's the case. I mean, it didn't take me that long, but still. Let me see. I have to do some research. Yeah, I definitely have to do some research, which is gonna be so fun. Yay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so adding characters indoors, Disney Dreamlight Valley. And y'all figured this out with me, so. Okay, I need to bring characters inside your house. You need to place gathering items like an unbirthday cake, a hot cocoa stand, or okay, hot cocoa stand or certain quest furniture. I don't have a tea party table. I don't have an unbirthday cake or banquet table. And I don't have a hot cocoa stand. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I have these items. I don't have a hot cocoa stand. Okay. I don't know what to do, y'all. This is kind of annoying. So I could do... I don't have the Alice Tea Party table. Oh boy. I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all. Because I don't have any characters. Does this bring people? Can I just... I don't know what brings people and what doesn't. Oh look, I just got a vine wall. How nice. Okay, let me not get distracted. I know the campfire does. But that's outside, I think. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I had to check that out. Let's see if the campfire does. Okay. What is it called? Chisco fire. I hope it's not an outdoor only item. Because that would be very frustrating. It's a bonfire is outside only. Okay. Let me think. Let me do my searches. Oh, that makes sense. Somebody said to have one that's hanging out with you. I could do that. I could probably, if I do, I would pick Jasmine. I think that would be best. So let's go hang out with Jasmine. I don't even know if I can hang out with Jasmine because she's level 1. So I have to go find Jasmine and make her not level 1, and make her level 2, I guess. Let's go find her. Let's see. Jasmine's probably home. Yeah, she's home. Let's go grab Jasmine. And hopefully we have some items that we could give her to make her level 2. And then she can just hang out with us. And she's gonna have to just... I don't know. We'll figure this out. Here's what happens when you plan things last minute. Exactly what happens. Aladdin, where's Jasmine? I don't want to talk to you, Aladdin. I wanted to talk to Jasmine. Where is she? It says she's in the house. Y'all, I ain't crazy. Right? Okay. I feel like I'm a little cuckoo bananas right now. Okay. Whatever that means. I don't know what that's about. Let's just do the campfire. Or bonfire, whatever they called it. Let's see, bonfire pit. Let's see, gather villagers. Not these villagers. Nope. Y'all can go away. Okay, I don't want Maui. Oh, I should totally have, the Forgotten, but I don't know how to get her in there. That'd be fun. Oh, let's see someone else. We gotta keep doing this until we get Jasmine. We got Winnie the Pooh, which is hilarious. I'm not even looking for Pooh right now. Y'all. No. Why can't this be... Why isn't Jasmine here? Y'all, I'm about to grab the Forgotten and just have her...
Excuse me, my dear.
in there. Come on, girl. Let's go hang out.
All right.
I don't want Sally in the picture. Oh, and I just realized the Forgotten has space buns like me. I think that's fun. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing this. So let's go to... back to the house. Because I think Aladdin did something with Jasmine. And I would much rather not investigate because he's still on my naughty list. You coming, girl? Let's go. Alright, come on. Let's go into our bedroom. We're gonna take some pictures. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? So if I take a picture now, I can't like change what she does though. I want her to do her own thing, and I can't do that. Let's do sunny day. Well, this is kind of weird because I don't want her just standing behind me. What happens if I tell her we're not hanging out anymore? Will she stay here? Actually, I should probably hide the door, maybe. Let's just move the door. Then she can't get out, right? That's one way to do it. Let's put the door here. We'll do that. Okay. Now, let's go to her and say, hey, I don't want to hang out no more. Bye, let's hang out later. And let's just let her... Oh my gosh, the Forgotten is sarcastic like me. I'm very sarcastic. I think that's funny. Okay. I think I'm still going to just dress as Scary Spice because it's still very millennial coded. I totally want to do it like this. Oh, look, she's going to do things. Go do your thing, girl. I wish she would sit in the other chair, though. Sit in the other chair. Let's go back out. Sometimes this camera... Okay. Now we have different poses that we can do. I totally want to do that one. Girl, get out the chair. Because we definitely did things like that. 100%. So we have that. We have this pose with the camera too. But I love this one. That's my favorite one, I think. I don't have any critters assigned. I love her face. So let's try time of day. I want it to be nice and bright. Let's see. See, the thing that's terrible about this is I want it to be like that. Well, I wanted to get all the elements, honestly. She's not even in the picture. This is hilarious. That was the whole point, is to have her in the picture. Is she gonna sit on the bed? Oh, she's just admiring things. That's hilarious. Okay, let's increase the brightness. Let's do a little vignette. Let's do some highlights. Shadows. Let's increase the character brightness. Yep. And let's do a little bit of light bloom. I don't want to do a rotation, but I think I hit the mark when it comes to the DreamSnap. Is it gonna do well? Who knows? I want her to move. That's what I want. She's all the way. I think I don't want to move closer, even though I feel like I should move closer. Unless I choose a different angle. Let's see. But it's just an homage to a teenage girl's room. And the Forgotten is just standing there, admiring everything, which is hilarious. She could totally just come out from there. Looking at the picture, I might have to move the easel and the room separator, and then maybe put the computer back there. So let's try that. Let's see. This is why I wanted to do the easel. Oh, we'll just do it like that. Ooh, everything is moving so fast. I don't need the easel. I'll take the easel out. And we'll take the room divider and put it on the other side. We'll just do that. And let's bring the computer over here. And the table, the desk. Okay. Oh, it's kind of far. Okay, we'll do that. And I don't want the Forgotten to leave out the room, so we're gonna put it in an area that is inaccessible. Let's see what else. And I think that is significantly better. We're gonna move this in closer and move this in closer. Come on. And move that closer. So that way. Nope. And we're gonna be that and take the picture. Oh, let's do it here. Take the picture there. You stay there, girl. Right, and we're gonna be here. This is when my mouse comes in handy. And we're gonna just zoom out, put her in position. And we could totally do it. Let's see. We could do it like that, I think. See, now, if the Forgotten was doing something else, that would be so much better. I think she heard me. Go do something else. Move from there. Yes, hi, how are you? Alright, we got her sitting there waiting. Let's do... yeah, darkness. Hopefully the Forgotten will turn around. Let's do some contrast. There we go. A little brightness. Let's do some vignette. Let's see. Let's do some highlights. Well, let's wait for the highlights. I want the character lighting. That's most important to me. And the light bloom. There we go. Now let's do some highlights. And add some shadow. And add the character lighting increase. I think that is super pretty. And it's just me having to capture the timing at the right moment. But it is supposed to be magical and all of that. And she's gonna sit in the chair, isn't she? Of course she is. Because where else will she go? Now I have to wait for her to get out of there. Come on, Forgotten. Let's get out of there, please. I'm gonna do a few different pictures. Because I want one that's like a close-up. But I also want one that's not so close-up. And I want to do different time variations too. We just have to wait for the Forgotten to move. Come on, girl. You got this. Go somewhere else. Oh my gosh, having to wait for her is hilarious. She doesn't want to move from this spot. I wish that they could play with the items. I think that would be so much more fun. Oh, I forgot about that. I have to turn all the elements off. So, touch of magic off, snippets off, speech bubbles off. So yeah. There's no villager blockers here. There's no critters, there's no companion. What happens if I do this? Oh, that's fun. Okay. Girl, let's do something. Come on. Her name, I named her Samantha. Let's go, girl. Let's go, Sammy. That's me, actually. Just need her to move. Go do something else. I can't believe I can't pose her. I know that I have lighting issues, but it's indoors. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the lighting exactly. I could put a small light back here, but as far as the walls go, I can't really do anything with the walls. I would have to think about it. Maybe behind the books I could put some lights. Maybe. But the Forgotten is not doing anything. I'm about to just kick her out of my little fun area here. My teenage area. Come on. We'll do that. I don't think that's terrible. I think it's cute, especially since it's kind of last minute-ish. So I think it's good. We're gonna submit it, and I'm gonna save it. All right, and let's save this also. So I have it, and I'm gonna save it to my gallery. And we will put it in place of one of these because I already have them saved on my computer. So that's one. I could add a element back here. I don't know. I know you can't see my mouse, but by where the honey pots are in the corner, I can add something there. But I think we need to get rid of the Forgotten because she's not really helping. Really isn't helping at all. So we're gonna get rid of the Forgotten. Oops. And we're just gonna grab the door. If I could. We'll put the door back there. And it seems like my painting or whatever else that I had here is gone. So that's fun. I think we can get rid of the wicker basket. Because I don't think that's really helping very much. Actually, I'll just put it over here in the corner. So that way when I'm done with my dream snaps, I can always go back and add it in if I want. Nope. Yeah, let's move this over here. There we go. Now we have a better look of things. And let's just put this here. I think it looks good still regardless. But I can definitely put an end table or something there. So let's see. Let's go to tables. We have a wooden end table, so we can put that there. Now I can put something there. What? No idea. But we can put something there. We could probably put a phone. Let's put a phone there. And let's take, because I want one of these balloons to be featured in here. So we're gonna put one of the balloons here. Okay. And let's look for decor. I don't want that phone. I want the other phone. Where's the other phone? I don't know where the other phone is. I wonder if we can have this help too with the... It's not gonna let me. These are the fireflies. It's okay. Where is the other phone? I don't know where the other phone is. Let's put a little plush then. A little Mikey plush there. Why not, right? Watch me find the phone now. I think we're good. Honestly. I don't think it's gonna get any better than this. But we can move the microphone. Oops. To be more in the corner and then move it back afterward. There we go. You can put it here, so that way I'm standing front and center. And we can try it again like this. And the Forgotten now has more room to do what she wants to do. There we go. Now I have to use my mouse for this part. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. And then I can do this. There we go. And now we can fix up the lighting and some of these other items. let's see. Good, that time of day is fine. We want the focus to be on. We got the Forgotten just sitting there chilling. Let's do Light Bloom first. Because for some reason, when I do just 1%, it darkens it a little. And we can add the character lighting. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll do some highlights and shadow and increase the character lighting to the maximum, honestly. That would be best. And then we can add a little vignette. And we could totally do, like, make it sunny. Let's see. We have some of these filtered items where we could do this. Like it's recording. That's kind of fun. We could do this one, but this one's kind of overpowering, so I don't want to do that. We could do, let's see. This one would kind of looks like a Polaroid. We could do a Polaroid one. But I like this. If the Forgotten would move, it would be great. I feel like she hears me every time I say that. Now she's gonna just sit there and look at the painting. Instead of just doing something. It makes me laugh that she does that. Let's see. We have these crazy filters, but I don't think I'm gonna use them. Let's bring the brightness up a bit. Increase the saturation just a tad. And I want to take this contrast down. I still don't know what aperture does, so forgive me. Color temperature we're gonna leave. Highlights, I want highlights in there. And we have shadow, but I think the shadow is fine where it's at. And we can do light bloom increase because it gives us this like whimsical feel. We'll do that. And let's see what the Forgotten is gonna do now. I forgot I have to pause my character. Here we go. I like that. So let's save this one to the gallery. Let's see. Yeah, we'll save that. We'll just replace this one. And I think we are done with our DreamSnap for today. I will be back on Monday. You'll catch me back on Monday. And hopefully I'll have some more ideas and figure out the rest of this DreamSnap. But for now, this is all done. I'm really happy with the way that it came out, even though it was last minute. It was a blast doing this. Like I said, this is going to be my DreamSnap for today, and I already submitted one of them, so we are good when it comes to that. You can follow me on Monday. I will be doing another stream on Monday around 8 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure to turn on your notification bell, and I will see you later.